NFR.
NFR Extra is a podcast dedicated to the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo and features icons and personalities that embody the Western lifestyle.
The only blue-collar sport left where if you don't perform, you don't get paid.
We're here.
Rodeo is unique because you have to go out there and give it your all every single time, and that's your livelihood, and that's what makes it so cool.
No matter what rodeo you're at, where you go, whether it's the best guys in the world or the worst, you're gonna see something different every time. You're not, you know what I mean? Like you can't predict any of it.
No.
And no matter how much you think you have it figured out, like you say,
never
champ to chump in one job. You could fall off your team roping horse. You could fall off the easiest bucking horse. You could miss the best steer, whatever.
It's easy to stay humble in this sport.
It is.
Yeah.
This is very humbling.
Absolutely.
This is pro rodeo announcer Andy Seiler, and you are listening to NFR Extra.
Hello, I'm Andy Seiler. Welcome to the Clark County Fair and Rodeo. We got the NFR Extra going on.
We got Waguespack, Zeke Thurston, Wesley Thorp with us.
Who are you?
What up, podcast listeners?
You didn't introduce yourself.
T. Wade,
Did.
world champion header.
Steer puller.
Yeah. They're wanting us to talk about something.
Chucking her and ducking her.
We ain't found much to talk about just yet.
No, I got one for you.
Here we go.
Wade.
All right.
Right here.
hear it.
Okay, the funniest mishap you have ever witnessed at a rodeo.
Like inside or outside the arena.
Whatever you want.
You got any come to your mind? Thorp?
Let me do some thinking on that.
I don't know about the funniest, but when I don't even know if I want to name him, but when Corey Kidd fell off his horse at Kennewick, and the guy in the background was saying "Yeehaw" about the time he went out the back, that was pretty comical. I get it, but, or maybe when maybe honestly when Hayes Smith fell off his horse leaving the box. He told me that he had a tummy ache all day. He was running into trouble.
He had a tummy ache from falling off.
He said I had a tummy ache all day, man. My stomach give out on me.
I fell off and shit my pants. What about what Joel Harris went out the back? Houston.
Oh, yeah.
That was also pretty funny.
He redeemed himself this year, though.
He did.
Yeah.
Hank sure did.
Yeah, reserve champ. Yeah, it's a pretty humbling sport.
Oh,
At least.
dang
You
right.
think you got it figured out, you fall out the back.
I don't think anybody's got it figured out. But Wag, what about you? Best wreck in the bulldogging?
Oof. I don't know if I've had a good one in a while. I've seen a lot of good ones, though.
When Cheyenne, I feel like it's Cheyenne. Cheyenne, there's some good ones.
Oh, man, yeah. Me and Pearson was hazing for me one year, and we go to back in the box, and, like, I'm on deck. I forgot who the guy was, but he runs one way down by the camera pit, catches the steer, kind of hula flips the steer a little bit, and the next thing you know, the camera pit is actually all PVC pipe. Like, it's not very stout.
Yeah.
And this guy crushes into it, and he comes and walks out of the camera pit. We're riding in the box, and Pearson said, "Man, you ready?" I said, "Hell no." The guy just died down there. Let's let him get out of the way first.
Let's at least say a prayer for him before we go.
Then we kindly just rode right on by.
That Todd Soon, there's an old video of him at
Houston. Yeah.
That was cool.
Paid him $10,000 too.
Really?
That was in the Final Four.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had a no time go before him, and he was second out.
His hazer missed the haze or passed him?
Missed the haze.
Missed the haze, and then
Just steer comes straight out in front of him.
And then he got around by the fence.
Running
by
down the
himself.
fence.
Run him down the fence by himself.
Threw him down himself.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
This year at Clovis, I was actually walking down the bucking chutes to go get on my bronc, and Bulldogger, I don't know who it was, literally missed me by like 8 inches. Big old steer Clovis just pushing him down the bucking chutes, and I had to sneak up beside the bucking chutes, get out of the way. Flagger was like, "Move, move, move." I'm like, "I'm trying. I was trying to get on my bronc."
I thought I was on my end of the arena. What the hell are they doing down here?
What bucking horses? What's the rankest one that nobody really wants to be a part of?
that nobody wants to be a part of.
Yeah, like nobody
Like
wants
rank
on.
isn't dirty. Like
just
like
hard
there's
as hell
some
to ride. And
rank
Like if you
just-
drew it
dirty,
didn't have
no-
to get on, which one would you just say? Nah, I ain't doing it.
oh, there's few of them.
like Statler drew that one at the Kid Rock Rodeo the other day.
That's a good horse.
That
Yeah, but he said he was happy about having him.
Yeah, that's a really good horse.
damn
That's
sure-
10th rounder here at the finals.
Yeah, he wasn't a final round at the Kid Rock one. That
No,
sucker looked
it-
like he got it on way more than the other one did.
Yeah,
you talk about
that
the one he
horse-
bucked off of?
Yeah,
in the
that's Larry.
final
That's
round.
Larry Culpepper. That's a good horse. That horse bucks.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
There are some trashy, nasty things out there that you just don't really want to get on.
Don't want to get on because they're gonna hurt you, or don't want to get on because you're just absolutely not gonna win nothing, or both.
Yeah, not too many that are gonna hurt you. Just like there's horses like Calgary Stampede's got a horse called Arctic Plum. He's probably got to weigh 1,700 pounds. He's gigantic, and you're probably gonna ride him. You're not gonna be a lot of points, and you're gonna be pretty sore when you get off.
after. Yeah.
But there's like Survey's got a horse they call Avenger. He's just a little ducking and diving, and you can win on him, but he's a tricky, he's a little trashy.
Can y'all get together like the ropers and the doggers and stuff? We can get together and like condemn a set of steers if they don't meet the criteria. Like, can y'all do that or no?
Yeah, so we got a rule if they get turned out 8 times in a row, then they get blacklisted.
Yeah,
That's a lot of in a rows.
Yeah, because some permit kid
Is
or
going
maybe a
to
circuit
ride.
guy will
Gotta get on.
ruin that turnout streak. They might get to 4 or 5.
See that's where you got to tell them you can turn out or you can doctor. At least.
somebody
There's
will
one or
turn it
two.
out, and then they'll call around.
they'll
and
go give it a
replace.
toss at the
They'll
hometown
replace them,
rodeo.
and some permit kid will be like, "Oh, I don't care what it is. I got in," and they'll go get on it. So
Poor kid. You
Is
don't
that-
blame him for
is
trying
that-
though.
is that
either.
not like
I've
a
never
no-no?
seen one get blackballed because of
Really?
that
Is
many
it such a
turnouts.
long street?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a lot of things I think between all our events that we don't understand because we don't know all the little details, and I don't think you guys understand sometimes. Like, oh, he just missed a steer or whatever. But a lot of the guys on the roadstock end don't get it, and I dang sure don't get it.
What do you mean?
Y'all
Wait,
do.
I had team rope.
Not you. I was going to say the other guys. There's, you know what I mean. There's a lot more to it than
No, for sure.
people think, and that steer might have stood up 4 times in a row, and nobody even got a toss at him yet. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, like another difference, like what he just said, like one of the horses that you're saying, like that you want to blackball or have turned out 8 times in a row or whatever, you drill him a couple days ahead of time. We normally drive 10 hours to see that we have
Yeah.
him.
you guys got to drive 10 hours and then see that you have them an hour before the rodeo
Hour
starts.
before.
Yeah, which Zeke
You
knows,
just
but a
got
lot
showered
of
up
people
and got your
don't.
fresh
Yeah.
studs on, and then you go,
Shit.
damn it.
Yeah.
That one sucks.
Yeah. I waited around at Cheyenne and then noticed I got the fastest one. I could just head out now.
Yeah, could have left
if I wanted to.
Or in
yesterday.
the northwest,
Roll out,
the northwest, that's half enough or whatever, and you got the same steers that you've seen around, and then you're at wherever Walla Walla, and he runs fastest one of the herd straight left. I mean, you have zero chance. I mean,
Yeah.
it happens all the time, especially up there because they're just that time of the year. And
I've left Kennewick before and drove to Walla Walla, had the same steer, and the steer beat me there.
There-
They bring the same shit everywhere.
There's also plenty of rodeos where you can't really turn out. You get to
Yeah.
Calgary or Houston and stuff, and,
Mhm.
and they kind of get you by the
So, yeah, you do got to
scruff of the neck, and
And
you're
it's-
kind
Yeah,
of
but rodeos like that, they're not going to have just straight dinks there, are they? Well, I'm not. Hold on, wait. I'm not.
absolutely they will.
There's so many.
Not
I'm
in
not-
Calgary, but
I know
there's
not at
some.
Calgary. I'm not at the. I can say it. I don't ride them. So Houston, yeah, I've seen that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
That's horrible.
Yeah, you can get into some pretty hairy stuff, but I mean that's only a handful.
Well,
times
too,
a year.
we were talking about it like now that they're tour rodeos, you turn out a tour rodeo, you lose points
Mhm.
to get into Puyallup and Sioux Falls
Mhm.
and the tour finale. So
Yeah,
like,
so you kind of got to
now
go get on the
you
dink
have
anyways.
to go get on the dink and pray that he doesn't kill you off.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
even times you get out here to the finals, and that you'll draw a horse that a lot of times you wonder how it got here, but it would be a horse that you probably wouldn't get on in the regular season.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll
You
have
just
them out
kind
here,
of hang on for just go for the average more or less
Well,
at that point.
yeah,
That's
you just-
all you can
you
do.
ain't turning
just
him
try
out.
to, you just try to ride them the best
Yeah.
you can, and just see where it lands.
That's crazy. I think too, we don't see the committee side of it,
Mm-mm.
and there's a lot of complaining on parking or this and that and warm up pins, but we don't get to see. They might have $5,000 in putting the warm up pin in existence in general. I
Mhm.
know it sucks and it's small, but people don't know how much it costs to move dirt sometimes. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
I wish there was a better way that everybody understood each other a little more, and I think it would make the sport better.
I think every contestant, because we've put on some ropings and some series and stuff, and now I've got a bronc riding in the mix and stuff. But I think every contestant should like sit on a committee board at some point in their life and just see what organization goes into putting on an event. Because it's not a small feat.
Yeah, because we all have our crap that we can whine and complain about, but it's still the best game in town.
Oh, for sure. So bad day rodeos beats a good day doing a lot of other things.
No doubt. I know that Parker, Texas, the other day, the ground was so bad that the barrel racers, they canceled the last round or whatever.
There's a boycotting it.
Yeah, which the ground, they added a bunch of money. They wanted to have a good rodeo, and then I know that they probably didn't know what was going into, what it took to go into it, and it rained like 7 inches. Yeah. But they even went above and beyond to tarp it. So, I mean, they tried to make it right.
Tried their best.
Yeah, they did.
So it still wasn't good enough for them.
Well, having an understanding.
An old joke, why barrel racers get cremated.
Ground's never good enough. I'm married to one, buddy. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sorry, barrel racers.
Even the Bulldogs.
No, he's not.
About the ground sometimes. if it don't slide right.
What's that?
If you can't slide them right, if the ground's bad.
Oh, dude. Name the last Bulldog you've seen turn something out.
No, I meant if the ground, though, can affect the Bulldogging, too, though.
Yeah, man, we're not necessarily worried about us as we are the horses, and it ain't even where you're catching the steer at. Like, if you see Bulldoggers turn out, it has to be sure enough treacherous for us and our knees. But if the back end of the arena has a hard pan on it, you got a horse running full speed and they got to stop and turn left or right. Like, I'm not going to run my good horse in it just to risk what he's going to do at the other end.
That makes sense.
And see if the rough stock guys had their say, they'd have it pretty hard with just like a little thin layer of powder on top, because they like them bulls and horses can really push off.
Yeah.
See, if I was going to ride one, I was hoping it was damn soft.
You want that sucker 9 inches deep.
I know where I'm headed. I hope it's real soft.
9 inches deep and fluffy white beach sand.
Yeah, when you got it packed pretty good for your extra kick or whatever, I'm worried about my shoulder. And my neck.
Yeah,
I want to know what the bulldogging was like at the Kid Rock rodeo the other day when the fence came up on
go
the
at
third
the same
stride.
time.
Yeah, we had to leave out at the same time.
Like red, yellow, green, go.
And it was only
how hard was it to get the horse? Because it's no secret that the dog and horses don't stand in the corner the best.
Not all of them.
How hard was it to get them to synchronize, or it didn't matter? It's just you're going when you're going.
I wasn't riding that son of a bitch of mine if he wasn't standing in the corner. I can tell you.
Well, and he had me over there holding them in. So
3 guys pushing on his hip.
Yeah, we were on the same team.
Damn it, T-Way covers eye.
Yeah, he was safe.
Yeah. Somebody knows the traffic lights. What the hell?
So how was it hard? The start hard?
The start wasn't that hard. You could just gate opens, you could go, but it's shorter than Thomas and Mack.
It was.
Yeah, and
because you were going
as soon
crossways.
as the gate open, you're out.
Well, it was
as soon as the gate opens. So, I mean, as long as you're in the corner.
Light's green.
Yeah.
But the thing is you can
maybe go leaking on yellow.
Yeah.
You can't come off the back.
That's
because the eye's right here.
Right in front of your horse's chest.
Yeah, it was red, yellow, green, but that's what Caleb Smith told me. He said, I got light gray, medium gray, and dark gray.
Poor guy's colorblind.
But no, like here at the Thomas and Mack, we literally, the start's so fast here, we kick twice at a closed gate. Whereas there, you got to let the gate open and then 10 foot shorter.
Yeah.
So luckily the steers were just kind of medium on the run. If they had some short enough runners, we'd have been in a bind.
So what do you try to see here at the TNM?
I kick twice at a closed gate. I pray that Tony opens it.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're going to.
Yeah.
It's
because you can be late and you're done. You have to be in it, breaking it, or
if you're 6 inches off the barrier here in the bulldog and you're not catching them.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
And we pick steers that extremely leave and run hard. Like we don't have anything.
Just because you want a true good
plan
start.
on getting a good start.
You want to know that when the gate opens, he's leaving.
They're going. Yeah.
Because you bring just average steers to a setup like this, by the third run on, they're going to be stopping.
They're stopping, yeah. Somebody's catching in the chops.
Mm-hmm.
What about at the Thomas Mack, like at the finals, do you know your horse a couple nights ahead of time or just each?
They'll draw us the first 3 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds. We'll get that at the back number ceremony.
Yeah.
And then I think first 2 rounds. And then it goes round by round, night by night. Usually by the time you get undressed and you come up here, see your family, have a beer, and start kicking everybody out of the building, you get the draw.
Oh yeah.
I'd hate to have.
Then you
my-
lay there awake all night going, how the hell am I going to ride this?
Yeah.
son of a buck?"
We got to think. We think about which one we
Yeah.
want. He thinks
Yeah.
about the one he got.
Yeah. I
That's
dream
exactly
about that
right.
loper, and then it's not that bad when I got that runner for an hour.
Yeah,
and a
but
half.
when you got the horse that you want, though, how nice is the night before?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It honestly, like my first few years out here, like wouldn't even like my first couple years, I wouldn't even look at the draw the night before, because it's hard enough to sleep out here anyway. And
You get excited or
pumping
bummed,
oxygen into the
bummed out
casinos,
or-
and you're running on adrenaline, and then you draw some big scary son of a gun, and you're not gonna sleep a lot. So I wouldn't even. But nowadays, it don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Y'all are looking
just-
forward to
it's
it. I'm
bronc
thinking
riding.
If I got the loper, mess him up. That's
Now
what
I
goes
see-
through my head. I'm like, I hope I don't mess him up.
Now I see those kids, in the same position I was 8 years ago or whatever, and I'm like, that sucks. But do it enough, you'll get better, buddy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Just keep coming back.
That's right.
Most unexpected challenge you've encountered during a rodeo event, Wesley,
Unexpected challenge.
other than
Okay.
a crash fire?
So about 2 weeks ago, Tyler turned.
Damn, this ain't very long.
recent.
You've been
But,
running how many years? And this just happened the other day?
Yeah. Tyler had it on the steer to be about 3.9, and I left the box, or I left my rope in the box as I left the box, technically. So Tyler headed him. My horse made the corner, and all I'm doing is pulling up with zero rope in my hand.
His rope.
Not even
Did
the
it hang
tail
up
in
on
your left
something, or-
hand?
No, it hung. Yeah, it hung on there was a panel, and I'm telling you, there was nothing to it, like the tiniest little thing you've ever seen.
1/4 inch.
And I was
Just like
telling him,
a deal for a pin or something?
Yeah, it was little.
just a little
Went
thing.
back
and
and look what happened.
It hung.
Couldn't find anything else. on
It
there.
hung, and all of a sudden I just feel it, and I'm like, oh, I'll ride it out. So I just keep going, thinking I'm gonna get it out eventually, and it just all goes back and stays. It just buzzed. Yeah, I mean, I was like, at some point this might
Damn.
take my arm
So
off. but-
The whole rope was gone, though?
yeah, the whole rope was gone,
T-Wade spins the wheels off
So
one,
you're
and
just-
Wesley's got the queen wave out
you're
there.
riding-
and I've got.
That's about the only way to get him to miss.
You were riding the
Damn thing away
corner.
from
Well, I've
Freebird.
I've got kind of a quirky habit of like tucking my rope up, and I think it's like goofy as all get out, but it's like my comfort. Like I'll just tuck it under my arm a
So
little
it
bit.
feels good.
So I'm thinking like maybe I didn't do that today, but I looked on there, I did. So at what point I hung my rope, I don't know, but yeah,
Maybe
Tyler's
hug-
got it on
hug-
him to win the rope by like a half a second. It wasn't like, oh, maybe may not place. No, it was
Right.
like to win the rodeo
Yeah.
by a half a second.
Damn it.
Hug that right side a little too tight.
Zeke, what
Yeah.
about your favorite event to watch?
My favorite event to watch,
Yeah, besides your
other than bronc riding,
Yeah.
obviously. I'm a pretty big fan of the team roping. Actually, honestly, I'm just a big fan of rodeo. I really do like all the events. I competed in most of them growing up. I've only ever jumped one steer in the Doggin. It was actually at a bachelor party last fall.
Hell yeah.
Pretty full of beer.
They had a
And I just-
bachelor party or what?
Well, we were having a ranch rodeo, but there was just some old wore out team roping steers, and I got one going down the fence like Dodd Soon there in Houston. Freaking
Just
my-
like you.
had my old head horse there, kicked him by and got off. I had split reins too. I just hooked him over the horn and got off. I dogged him though.
Hell yeah.
Shit, yeah. Kids
But,
asking
no,
for his
I'm-
autograph at the back.
I roped calves growing up. I really like watching the calf roping, especially my cousin Bo. He's in the calf roping. I just like all the events, really. I do. I'm a big fan, especially anybody that's really good at their event. It's good to watch.
I'm more on location. Like I don't usually watch most of the other events but I will watch the Bulldog and at Cheyenne and places where they're a little
Mhm.
more apt to wreck out.
What about the bronc riding? You watch the bronc riding? Because a lot of times we'll go right before you guys.
I like watching the bronc riding, like you said, if it's the better guys or like the eliminator pen.
Yeah.
That's fun to watch. Probably
Mhm.
not for you guys, but that's the best.
It ain't.
Well, it's hard to tell sometimes because everybody's so good now. They almost all of them ride.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Everybody spurs them now.
who's got what horse
Yeah.
to kind of pick you guys apart a little more. So, but I think the eliminator pen obviously watching the finals or something big or a finale or a short run or something. I watch all of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a rodeo fan too, but I like to watch Wags when shit's about to hit the fan.
No, yeah. I watch bulldog. I got a cousin that bulldogs. You know Ryan.
Ryan.
Shepherd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I watch all the events. I'm a big
What-
fan.
What about the like the future of rodeo with all the different events going on and some specialty events kind of popping up over the last couple of years, NFR getting bigger? What do you guys kind of see as far as the direction of that heading? in a positive way.
It's headed in a real positive way, in my opinion. Did any of you guys go to San Diego?
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, that was probably one of the cooler rodeo or like arenas I've ever rode a bucking horse in.
I agree with that.
Yeah, in the Padres ball diamond there at Petco Park.
I was proud to see in that state that they sold out every night, like 18,000 fans. Or
Absolutely, and just how cool,
In
palm
San
trees
Diego,
downtown San Diego, and there's from what I hear through the grapevine, there's more of those going to happen, and
Yeah.
so I think, man, with like the Yellowstone movement and all the stuff that's kind of been coming around the last Cowboy Channel, all that stuff, it's cool to be cowboy again. So
Absolutely, I agree.
Only
I
think
think
it's going in a good direction.
Yeah, a lot of these major sport. I mean, they're shooting. They've shot themselves in the foot too. I mean, they're I mean, good thing about rodeo is like they always stand up for what they believe in and stick to their values. And I think it's a great time for rodeo to progress.
For sure. It's probably the last like true morally correct. It's only blue collar sport left where if you don't perform, you don't get paid. I mean, obviously we get
everybody gets a trophy.
We get our endorsements and everything else, but you can be in the NFL or the NHL or the MLB or whatever, and you get your 5, 10, whatever $1 million contract and float around the ice or cruise around the field pretty easy. Where rodeo is unique because you have to go out there and give it your all every single time, and that's your livelihood, and that's what makes it so cool.
No, for sure. And it's a sport where, like, no matter what rodeo you're at, where you go, whether it's the best guys in the world or the worst, you're going to see something different every time. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, you can't predict any of it. So.
No.
And no matter how much you think you have it figured out, like you say,
Never.
champ to chump in one jump. You could fall off
yeah.
your team roping horse. You could fall off the easiest bucking horse. You could miss the best steer, whatever.
It's easy to stay humble in this sport.
It is.
Yeah.
This is very humbling.
Absolutely.
Let's take a quick pause, and we'll be right back. Looking for NFR video content and features? It's all in one place at /Las Vegas NFR. You'll find unique features like the top 35 most memorable moments since 1985, the top 60 NFR contestants of all time, NFR champions recaps, custom NFR videos, and much more. You'll also find NFR performance recaps, insider tips, and interviews you might have missed along the way. Once you dive in, you'll find a lot more great content. There's something for all rodeo fans. The biggest stage, the brightest lights, the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
What else we got here?
Give us a list of questions.
Best rodeo moment of your career.
For me, it was probably last year when we were 3-5, and everybody else would say the round before that we were 3-3, and that tied the world record. But to come back and do it again, that was probably the coolest one for me.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like,
Momentum was kind of going our way, I would say, and then that one was like the tip of the iceberg. Like kept it,
That just knocked her into.
I agree.
that
into
felt
play.
more like it wasn't as kamikaze because we come back and proved it.
Right. Exactly. What about you, Aggie? What do you got? 5 of them now?
Yeah, the last one was my favorite.
You're very That was good watching.
I remember. I still
I
remember.
watched
your
it and I
first
was
one,
like,
dude.
holy.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think that was going to happen, but you've done that a few times now.
The last 3, got them
Yeah.
in the 10th.
Yeah.
But this year, coming into it, we had it all figured out on paper. I had to win the round to have a chance.
Yeah.
And the steer I drew, they hadn't placed on him all week long. He ran like hell, was a little stronger on the ground, and just maxed him out, was splitting the round, which was good enough at the time, and everything else just kind of fell into play right there. I think I might have been a little too amped up whenever I ran back in the box because the rest of the guys' skirts were a little bit blown up whenever they went after that. So
Pretty clutch move, though.
yeah.
Holy smokes. Here, I got a question, and I mean, you don't have to tell me. Well, yeah, you do have to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
What was you jawing about on TV?
Everybody thinks that I was cussing Dalton. Me and Dalton weren't even close enough to talk to one another.
I want to hear the story, though.
Whenever I come out of the pen, Will Loomis is standing right there and grabs me and says, man, come on to the back. So I walk over to the back, and he's sitting there, and I'm hollering at Matt Reeves, asking what's got to be done, because I knew I had to be winning the round. And with splitting it was still good enough. And Matt said, man, he has to win at least 4th in the round to get you. And I walk down the alleyway. So I'm a ways away from everything. Will leaves me, and he walks back up to the box. And right as Will gets up there, Dalton nods his head, and Will didn't even watch the run. He turned around and said, dude, he broke the barrier. I said, shut the fuck up. We done it again.
That's what you said.
Oh, yeah. And
But they
everybody
had the camera on you.
Yeah, they thinking I'm cussing Dalton. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I'm back by the freaking horses unbooting back there. Like, I ain't even close to anybody.
Were you mic'd up?
Oh, yeah, I was mic'd up.
So you were 10th round, had to win the round with all that pressure, and you still let them mic you up?
They mic me up. I run out of the building or out of the arena. And whenever Will, me and him, everybody always thinks me and him is competing against one another. That's one of my best friends. He meets me right where you come out of the gate at and high fives me. And I said, man, the road to the goal goes through me. And we walked out of the pen.
That's crazy that you can be in that spot and still deal with like the social media and all that stuff. Because like for me,
Dude,
You wouldn't like it?
for me, no,
I was
I
mic'd
don't
up
like
from
it.
round 2 till the end of it.
Yeah.
No,
Every round.
They didn't know
Every
who the hell I was till round 10.
well, you know how you said you remember my first one?
Yeah.
Thank you. My first one, the steer laid in the 10th round. All I got to do is throw him down. He lays down in the chute, 45 seconds, like they're trying to turn me out, all kinds of stuff. And Cadillac does not move. We're just sitting there in the corner. And so finally they get him stand up, and we're getting about a minute and a half, and they go to ease him up. And Dakota Eldridge in the box with me. I looked down, I said, man, you ever wonder what icing the kicker feels like? And he looks up, he said, how can you say that at a time like this? I said, hold on, I'll be right back. I'll run the steer.
That's right. And then like it's good to relieve a little bit of pressure, but that's hard to do too, man. Like
See, I'm a little like that. I like to keep it pretty lighthearted.
I like to have fun and
I have
I've
to.
bucked off for world titles. I've come in here to, come in here with more money than everybody else to, should have won it and sucked it up. Never, and I've won 4 of them. They have it every year.
What about Thorp? What about you right there? Like we're 10th round, got to catch the steer to win the world. That you gonna let them mic you up before it?
Oh, like to talk about it?
Just mic'd up.
Just put a mic
He
on
was
it.
mic.
I don't
Yeah,
talk.
we had a
I
mic
don't-
on our collar every night.
Like
Yeah,
I
the
don't
whole
talk.
time.
Like
I had one
it
of my
probably
best.
wouldn't because I bet I don't talk to.
You
Three
wouldn't. You
people.
wouldn't have done anybody any good on that.
No, I would have been. It wouldn't have been cool. I wouldn't have been cool at all.
Mine
because
sounded
I
like,
wouldn't-
I guarantee you, whenever they sit there and put the headphones on and listen to my deal, it sounded like a big truck backing up, just beep, 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 with everything I was saying.
Hey, I
Like,
can tell you right now, my boy, when the money's up, he'll get to walk in these circles, warming his horse up.
Oh, I love
and
it.
He'll walk them by himself.
He's in the zone.
He's in the zone. I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody beating him when he's in the zone.
Love it.
I love that.
I've never seen
So
him
you
miss one
saying
when he gets in.
you see Wesley by himself
Dude,
walking
it
circles,
makes
put him
me
in.
nervous because I'm just
Look out! Here comes the crossfire.
yeah, I'm bullshitting people by the side, like because
Hey.
I'm with you. I got to keep it a little bit.
So all right, so next time we're at the rodeo and I see Wesley go over there in
I'll
the zone
promise you.
walking circles, just go grab him,
I'll
throw him
bet
on the
you
Hayes
the
horse, and he's
ranch,
fixing to
dude.
serve this son of a bitch
yeah,
out.
he's
ready.
on a
If
platter.
he's got his circles by
On a
himself,
platter.
yeah, people are talking to him. He's just walking away and doing his little circles. I don't even bother. I rope with him. I don't even bother him when he's in the circles. Man.
T Wade's over here saying, "Lord, please let me
Dude,
catch.
I was like,
Please let me catch this
I was
one."
like, yeah, I know if I catch, we're gonna win.
This boy gonna heal today. I better get it on.
You can tell, dude.
Ooh, look at that! Look, that's that healing look.
I'm
Ooh,
telling you, dude. He gets some circles in. You're like, oh shit, I gotta get ready.
hell yeah!
Because before
I would have always, I don't know. I just always had to kind of, and not that I can't keep it light or do it, but it's like about 15 minutes out, I've got to focus on it because I'll get sidetracked. I'll think something's cool, or I'll think
This
the guys
fool's
are
lying,
great.
dude.
Oh,
The
dude.
jackpot's 9 hours long. He's walking all day, and he don't ever mess up. It's impressive. It makes
Yeah,
me,
why is Wesley such a dick? He ain't talking to nobody
dude,
today.
I'm telling you, yeah. You'll see him at the end.
That guy snubbed me
Oh,
all
dude,
day.
see, y'all got it.
He also kicked my ass all day too.
I always say that I think the best TV show that they could have is if they could just have a camera that follows like our group around.
Yeah.
I know y'all too, probably like all like getting ready and all kinds of stuff.
It'd have to be
Hey,
rated
I
R.
tell you
Oh,
what,
absolutely.
The 10th
If-
round,
dude, if we could put
after
a-
the 10th round in the room, in the locker room.
Yeah,
and
that's good,
the
too.
bareback riders, isn't it? Is it
Yeah,
y'all
the
two?
bronc rider
Bronc riders
room.
and
We got the
bareback
big
riders.
room.
Okay.
Yeah, both rooms, but we got the big one. Everybody kind of ends up in.
Dude,
the
it sounds
big
like a
room.
concert.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. It's a good thing that's built out of cinder blocks because they try to tear it down.
You can team rope too long. We got 55-year-olds in there, man. They're chill. Ain't nobody.
55-year-olds.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't get excited.
No,
Their damn blood pressure's high enough as it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard you all wrestle.
Oh yeah, we get some pretty good wrestling matches going in there after 10th round.
Y'all ought to get the Bulldoggers over there.
We don't ever get invited for that kind of stuff. What the hell?
I wonder why.
Damn, anybody get lost in the mail or what?
Well, the Bulldoggers usually get their wrestling done at like Ellensburg or Pendleton. They freaking headbutt each other, bloody each other's nose. Somebody's tripping barriers.
It gets bad, man.
Yeah.
We
Team
like
ropers, we still texting everybody about it.
the team ropers. They just like to surround the judges. It looks like Custer's something goes wrong in team ropers. Like Custer's last stand. There'll just be 80 of them. Just
the
two
Bulldoggers.
judges. They'll just be like, oh my gosh.
The Bulldoggers. It was always Oakdale and Ellensburg. That was the two. When the winter was over and when the summer was
Tensions
over.
were high.
Oh man, that Ellensburg every year.
A couple years ago, I was sitting there at the pickup man camp. We were having a beer. You know, the rodeo's over and everything. Here comes, was it Hunter Cure? Comes walking by. He's leaking down his face. Somebody's like, Hunter's bleeding. I'm like, well, I don't think he is.
Rowdy horn injury.
Rowdy headbutted him.
I know. He turns around and just leaking out of his face. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, Rowdy headbutted him. That Cade Staten got beat like 3 times that year. Jewel Hazen finally told him, he said, well, you quit running your damn mouth. And you already told you can't fight.
Didn't Bryn Roy put it all over
Bryn Roy put it on whoever he swung at.
Melvin last year?
Oh, yeah. He laid his nose sideways, they said. Woo. You don't want to mess with Bryn, dude.
That guy's a different animal. He's a different breed. When you grow up, you know, playing college football like that, you're meant to be
short tempers and long barriers.
Bryn stays a week at the house probably 2 or 3 times a year, but he hangs out with me all the time. A great guy. We're in Ellensburg at the little bar deal, and everybody's just sitting around talking. And 2 guys get into an argument, and they're 30 feet away from us. So the next thing you know, this Bryn, his coat's off, beer's moved out of the way, and he's just marching to him. I'm like, whose side are you on? He goes, well, does it matter? I said, well, yeah, it kind of does. I'm like, you don't even know who the hell you're going over there to. Like, he just knew the fight was fixing to start. He was ready. I said, shit.
Yeah, Bryn, that's a different. They started training that guy when he was 15, you know, and grow up to be 280 pounds, and you can run 60 yards and 5 flat and all that, you know.
I'm going to add him on Facebook so we can start off friends.
Yeah, you might want to get friends with Tim T. Wade in case he, you know,
that's
get
like,
in a discrepancy with
Donnell
the judge.
Big Donnell. I mess with him all the time. I mean, all the time. He's nice as can be. He finally asked me one day, he said, Wag, why are you always so damn mean to me? I said, because one of these days I'm going to say something to somebody and they're going to square off to me. I said, what you going to do? He said, I'm going to whoop them down. I said, that's why I mess with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys haze the young guys in your event?
Do we what?
Do you haze them? Not like actually hazing for the bulldog, but like haze them.
Yeah, I mean like
a little
like
bit.
Cash
really?
Rob, he's in the rig right now. He's the rookie. He's
just
the,
if he's
the butt
rig,
of every joke. Yeah,
or all of them.
Man, if you go and you try to pick on Cash, then we're gonna start picking on you. Mm-hmm. If we pick on Cash, it's okay.
Nobody picks on Cash but me.
Exactly.
Though,
yeah. Huh?
That dude's got some game.
He'll make it this year. He'd have made it last year, dude. He blew his knee out in Filer.
I remember he did maybe.
Do you guys haze the new team ropers?
Man, I don't.
Y'all seem so sensitive. It's kind of hard for
Yeah,
somebody to throw something
saying,
around.
like
That's
a young, you know,
kind of
what
a
I mean?
different crowd.
I feel like I mess with
A
everybody.
little different.
Like
crowd.
I like y'all because y'all actually talk to us whenever we're at the rodeos, not just on deals like this. Like y'all actually say, "Hey man, what's going on? How's it going?" But
me and Wesley and Tyler, we've been buddies ever since we've met.
That yeah, I mean I talk to everybody too. I go out of my way to talk to everybody.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And I've done it from the start because you don't know anyone, so you want to go meet everybody. And then the more you win, you don't want someone to think you're like high-headed or too good to talk to them. So like now I think I even do it worse.
Yeah.
Like where I just go talk. I'll be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" They're like, "Yeah, do I know you?" Oh,
dude, leave me alone.
Don't you hate that?
oh
Dude,
no,
leave
I
me
don't
alone.
think so. But
Yeah, you remember me and just be like, "Damn it, no,
yeah,
I don't."
Yeah.
You couldn't just take the happy high and walk on.
Yeah,
Like what the hell?
yeah.
See, in the bronc riding, you don't want to be a rookie because we all get ready together, right? Like we're all in a pretty confined
And y'all
space
help each other get ready too, right?
Yeah, and everybody helps everybody on, but like we're fairly like where you guys got horses and you're riding around warm up arena, we're like confined to the back of the buck and shoots or whatever locker room. And so if you're a new guy, you get it pretty bad.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What's hard for me is like I'm pretty sarcastic. So like somebody will ask me something, and I'll say something jacking with them, but they think I'm serious. So now
Dude,
they take
all
it.
the time.
They take
Yes.
it
Hey,
serious. And they're
Hunter-
like Tyler Wade said, I need to just swing once and throw it no matter where he's at. And I'm like,
Dude, that's
and they take it to heart. And
you just described Hunter Cure. Everybody thinks that Hunter Cure is the biggest jerk there is out there in the bulldogging, but Hunter is legit like trying to laugh with you. But whenever he says it, they all think, oh, they're trying to bust balls.
Yeah.
So then they hate him.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if you just sit back and laugh with him, it's the great. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
They need us to stop talking now. Sorry.
And
I looked for an opening. That was all I had right there. Everybody
What, are
quit
we
talking.
done?
2 of them took a sip of beer. I seen my shot and I took it. My bad.
We're done or what?
Well, what's
Why?
crazy?
This is just getting started. This is getting good.
You're right. They can wait. The hell with them.
They asked us to come this whole way, and now you want me to be quiet.
No, I
Fly-
don't. It's
fly me
these 3
20
behind
hours
us,
down
man.
here. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning. You gonna cut my podcast short?
That's
Are
right.
you
Hey,
joking me?
Hey,
I turned out a damn Woodford. Woodford for this. Jesus
Woodford,
Christ.
and you could have.
What y'all got in this cup? Gosh damn.
What have you been drinking, Wag?
That's what I'm saying.
You could have. You could have been in Woodward getting sucked up by a tornado right now.
I didn't fix this, and I see something floating. I'm very, very worried right now.
the best way to end the
Riffling.
podcast is turn the damn thing off. Man.
Peace out.
Adios.
See ya.
Want to experience more of the NFR? Then visit NFRexperience.com, and we invite you to subscribe to NFR Extra on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever you're listening right now. If you like what you've heard on NFR Extra, we would love it if you gave us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe.